Hey guys, Tim from Everyday Tactical Vids, and today we're looking at the Benchmade Griptilian. This is my EDC knife, and we'll talk about some of the details in reference to the Griptilian in a second, but I just want to tell you how this ended up being my EDC knife, the knife I was carrying before this. Basically, I started out first carrying the Gerber Remix, and I really liked that guy a lot. I actually lost that knife and then bought a Remix to replace it, and the new Remix didn't have the same locking mechanism that the old one had. So I just wasn't a huge fan of that, and it also just didn't seem to keep an edge as well as I wanted it to. So I swapped that guy out and actually got this guy, which is the Cold Steel Tough Light. And this is a great knife. I mean, it's a nice compact knife. You can see from the way the handle's made, just very comfortable to hold. The main problem for me was this: the length of that blade was just a little bit too short for what I wanted. So I ended up going with this guy. I traded in the Remix at a local sporting goods store. They gave me some store credit, and then I put in some extra money and got the Griptilian. It's going to run you probably in the $90 range, so you're paying definitely more than if you just go to your local sporting goods store and get something off the shelf there that's packaged up in the plastic. But long term, this is going to be a great investment. So I ordered it. They had to contact Benchmade to send it in. When they did, it comes in this nice Benchmade box. Comes with all your paperwork inside, limited lifetime warranty, and then just a little extra thing is that it comes with this this Benchmade bag. Now again, I'm probably not going to save the bag forever, but just tells you something about the quality that Benchmade is they're thinking about as they actually create their items. So very, very nice knife. Let's go into some of the details. First thing, your blade material, 154 cm stainless steel. Lots of discussion out there about what's the best type of metal to use in a knife blade. This guy has been very solid and has kept an edge for me. So end of the day, this is a very it's a good steel for what I'm using it as how I'm using it as an everyday carry. Your blade length, just a little bit less than 3.5 inches. It's 3.45 inches. And the other thing that was really important to me was having a nice sturdy blade. The blade thickness is 0.115 inches, and I just needed something that was beefy and tough that I could really beat up. So that's definitely a plus for me when it comes to this knife. The length open is 8.07 inches, and closed up it's 4.62 inches. It's 3.25 ounces, so it's what I'd consider a lightweight folding knife. It is obviously the majority of the weight is going to be in the blade. This material that they use for the handle, when I first took it out and was holding it, the sound of the plastic, I was kind of like, oh man, what is this made out of? But it is super solid. There's no flex in it whatsoever in the handle, and that is it's a black glass fill Norol GTX, and it's just really nice. It's got this grip here, on both sides. This side's obviously covered up by your clip a little bit, but for me, I'm 6'2" and about 200 pounds, and holding this knife has been super comfortable. Like just grabbing it like this, good to go, no issues. For some people, that handle may be a little bit thick, but for me, I found it to be just perfect. So it does have this access locking mechanism, which you can see right here. Basically, you're going to be pulling that down, and then you can close it up. It is the modified sheep's foot style of blade, and then you've got this hole to open it up. I do that generally slowly. I don't generally whip the blade open, not for any particular reason, just how I open my knives. You will pay another probably $25 I would say, if you're going to get a Benchmade that has the assist when you're opening it. For me, it just wasn't necessary to pay that extra money, so I thought, I'm not going to dump the extra cash into that just for the cool feature. This does exactly what I need it to do. Couple other things to note about this. You have steel liners in here, and you can see if you look inside, there's steel inside the handle there. That helps to make sure that the blade doesn't move sideways at all. Very, very solid, no wobble in this guy whatsoever. So that is something that I think is a good choice by Benchmade. Some people don't like that because it adds a little bit more weight to the knife, but for me, no, not a big deal at all. So I'm using this I carry it around in my my pants pocket, my jeans pocket. If I got to cut rope, I got to open packages, I got to do any kind of I'm out there and something happens with the car and I need a blade to kind of pry something open, or cut some wire or something like that. That's what I'm using this guy generally for. If I'm out in the woods, I'll carry this guy as well, to do anything that I need to do out there. So overall, a very nice knife from Benchmade. They make fantastic products, as you probably know, And they also have the mini Griptilian. So this one is the 550 HG Griptilian, and then they have the 555 HG mini Griptilian. And this is, you know, they got a bunch of different blade styles for this guy. This is, I wouldn't say it's their, you know, their low end. It's definitely, Benchmade doesn't make cheap stuff. So this is going to be on the less expensive end when you consider the full spectrum of what it costs to get a Benchmade knife. But if you want to get into Benchmade, get something with a limited lifetime warranty that's very nicely made, and that's probably going to last you for a very, very long time, I would highly recommend the Griptilian. So check it out, you know, at your local sporting goods store. You can find it online, and that's pretty much it. So thanks for checking out the vid, and we'll talk to you guys soon.